everyone, Retro Gamer Girl here. Today I wanted to show 3 games under $30 each for the Sega Master System. Now, the Sega Master System is a console that I have a lot of love for. It was the first one I ever received as a gift as a child, and it's one of my favorites to date. So, the games that I'm basing the price on is as at the 3rd of June 2018, and I'm using eBay Australia as sort of my guide just to work out what's a fair price for each one. So let's get into them. The first one is a Looney Tunes game, and it is Desert Speed Trap. This one features Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner sort of against each other, and you're playing as the Roadrunner. He does a little bit of a hard game. The controls, he sort of oversteps sometimes, and I suppose it comes down to it being quite challenging. But it is colourful and bright, and the music's pretty good, and I just love both of these characters. I used to grow up watching this particular cartoon when I get home from school, and I always loved it and always gave me a lot of laughs. So it's no wonder why I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I rented it a lot as a child. Thank you to my parents for that. And I probably purchased this about 5 years ago and added it to my collection, and this copy ended up coming from the UK. So the stage levels, you're running around collecting stars. You've got like a little bowl of birdseed that you have to eat to keep your strength up and your speed. And the Wile E. Coyote, he comes after you in buses and rockets and shoots stuff at you, and it's a bunch of fun. Very colourful. And so much like the cartoon. I still love it. I need to revisit playing this game. I don't get too far in it because it's pretty hard, but I do still enjoy playing it nonetheless. Current prices to import one from the UK was $24.95 when I looked today, and you pretty much, there's other prices that are, you know, skyrocketing pretty high. I wouldn't pay that. This game you'll still be able to get for under $30, so keep a lookout for it. The next one is one of my favorites and my original game. This is Choplifter. Choplifter is probably, I even think, still underrated. If you haven't played it, definitely look this one up, and it's such a cheapy game. You could get this for even $18, but you will find it probably complete in box for $25 to $30 in good condition like this one, and it's definitely a great game to play. So in this particular title, you are a helicopter pilot, and whether it's based on land or sea, you have to find the hostages, which are in like these little igloos or stations, I would like to call them. And so they're in this little thing, and you've got to fly around in your helicopter, shoot it so they can all run out, and then land to catch them. To get them loaded in. And all amongst that, you also have tanks shooting at you, other air pilots like trying to shoot you down and stuff like that as well. And I do find this game a little challenging. You can overshot where you're going to land, and if you don't leave them enough room, the hostages will die and you can land on them. And if you shoot too much at the station to get them to be freed, you can also shoot them, which, you know, obviously is not good. And I always end up getting a bit panicky in this game, and I run, I fly back and drop off my first lot and then come back, so it sort of gets harder every time you do that. But it is a very fun game. I played this a lot with my dad actually when I was a kid, and I've always got super fond memories of it, and it's such a good game for the price. Such a good game. So you've got to get that one. You've got to check that one out. And lastly, my other favourite game for under $30 is Castle Volusion. This Mickey Mouse game is an absolute cracker. It's so good. Disney had just so many good games in the 80s and 90s. This one happens to be my favorite. The stage levels are bright and colorful. The music, I can hear, if I hear the music, I know exactly what game it is and probably what level. The boss battles are really fun as well, with the exception of the one boss battle, the library. I never liked fighting the library book, and I didn't like how the little letters chase you around the level and stuff, and yeah, maybe just didn't like that one. I've always found it a little hard, but the rest of the game is a lot of fun. And you're traveling around each level with Mickey Mouse, and my favorite level would probably be the Toyland one, Toy World, Toyland, I can't think of what they call it, but yeah, you fight all these like little chess pieces and stuff like that, and the levels like really bright blue and bright pink, and the music's really cute, and I just really enjoyed this game, and I always do. I revisit it quite often. I finished it a number of times, and I think this game currently is probably one of the best games on the Sega Master System library, and I would really love to hear if you think that this game is good. Hit the comment. If you haven't played it, hit the comment and tell me anyway. But this one is a good one. So it's currently on the borderline. It's probably on the $30 mark Australian to get a copy of this game complete in box. But of course, Sega games can go a bit cheaper. People, doing an auction or something like that, you might be able to snag it, really, really cheap. And definitely under the $20 mark. This one's my original. I don't know if I said that before, but yeah, I love this game. It's one of my first games I ended up having as a child. One of the games I think I got for a birthday or something like that, and absolutely love it. So these 3 games, go check them out. If you haven't played them, let me know. If you have, let me know. Hit the comment section, and I'll be revisiting doing some of my other consoles and games. So if you've got any other suggestions on top 3 under 30, maybe top 3 under 20, top 3 under 10, challenge me. I might not be able to do that in Australia on some of the consoles, simply because the older generation ones, PAL games are pretty expensive, but I'd definitely be able to try and give it a shot for maybe PS3 and PS2 games. But let me know which ones you want to see next, because I'm going to make a series out of it. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.